The new Tucson Hybrid overtake the Ordinary. The teams are in, Fletch. 2 changes for the Blues. I'll get your thoughts on these. Mitch Barnett comes in for Seagulls forward Hamoli Olakau'atu. He had a huge game for the Warriors in their Golden Point loss to the Bulldogs, record-breaking. I'm sure you're about to tell us about that. And Bradman Best is in for the injured Latrell Mitchell. Best scored a double on debut in Game 3 last year.
Yeah, Bradman Best was the obvious choice. I was hoping they could give Joseph Swalihi another go. I just thought...
Right, really? Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I just thought people were saying, he hasn't had a run in 4 weeks, but he's 20. He's not going to lose any fitness. He would have been training anywhere. And he plays on the left for the Chooks, but I can understand the Bradman Best selection. The other one, Mitch Barnett, he's been knocking on the door for, last year he was brilliant, and the start of this year he was great. And on the weekend he was dynamite. So
he broke a record.
He broke a record
of yours
on the VB hard-earned index. We've never if you got 100 points, that's going really good. Very hard to get the triple digits. Well, he got 142. We've never seen that. I think the try assist helped, but it's pretty obvious the way we're going to play. We're going to play him down the middle.
So on the weekend, Mitch Barnett had 83 minutes, 110 fantasy points. That doesn't mean much to me, but it'll mean a lot to our fantasy players. 24 runs, 226 metres, 56 tackles, only 2 misses. Just some of the top line stats, plus line breaks, tackle breaks, offloads. He did it all.
Yeah, he had a big game. And he'll be playing through the middle. That's the way you could. We had so much success down there in.
Do you think you'll get a little bit more game time than what Hamole was getting?
Yeah, I think so. I do think and I do feel a little bit sorry for Olakau'atu because
he didn't do anything wrong.
No, and they didn't really unleash him in the sense that how Daly Cherry Evans gets him one-on-one with the opposing half. Do you
think he was outshone a little bit by Lenu? Lenu comes on as just so in your face and aggressive that you really notice him, whereas Olakau'atu maybe didn't have the same.
Yeah, but he plays in the middle. Spencer Lenu plays in the middle, so he's going to get the ball. Olakau'atu plays on an edge, so he's got to rely.
Did he come on at edge or in the middle?
I think game 1, I think he came on in the middle.
Yeah.
And then game 2.
Didn't see much in game 2.
No. Maybe it was the other way around. Anyway, I think Mitch Barnett covers a lot of positions, and
Very happy.
He deserves it. He's been brilliant.
Geez, Latrell Mitchell's a big loss.
Huge loss. You could see what's happened in the market, the bookies. So he got ruled out, and they're into $1.70 now. Can you believe that? Like, we beat them by 30.
Yeah.
And the bookies, well, they just know. And I've played up there in a decider, and this will be a totally different game. This is what I'm worried about. We had the rub of the green with everything in game 2.
Yeah.
We were just dominating through the middle, which allowed Mitch Moses to do his thing. He's not going to get that luxury in game 2 and game 3.
Yeah.
They're going to be cheating. They're going to be offside. They're going to be holding down. So we have to come up with a different plan. And by picking Mitch Barnett, I feel it's pretty obvious we're going to be playing down the middle.
So Luke Keary and Cam McGuinness have been named as reserves.
Like 18, 19, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that strange?
Why?
There's not a lot of utility value, I'd say. I guess Cam McGuinness will probably be 18th man, won't he? He has a bit of utility value.
They're saying Birdo.
Birdo?
Yeah. They're saying Matt Burden is, yeah. But no, I think he's going to be 18th man. Pretty sure that irrespective. Is that right?
I haven't heard that yet.
Okay.
I can only go off what's in front of me. Latrell Mitchell, of course, is out. Bunny CEO Blake Solly was on Mornings with Matty White this morning and spoke on the Latrell Mitchell injury.
It's an injury to his foot. He's damaged some of the ligaments in the foot, and sometimes they can recover without surgery, or sometimes they need surgery to be repaired. It's just a really unlucky foot injury he suffered in a tackle the other night, and I think, like everyone, we're just hoping he can avoid surgery and he can get back on the field this season.
Rat's asked about South, but geez, I wish he was back for New South Wales.
Yeah, well, I want him back for South because I backed him at 28-1.
28-1
to make the 8.
Yep, looking good.
Well, they've got to win. They've got to pretty much win every. And what are you really gambling with? That's most importantly.
All right, the Maroons. Shout out to our friends north of the border. They've made 3 changes. Pick and stick. Murray Chualangi is out with an injured hamstring, so Selwyn Cobbo comes back in. Xavier Coates is out injured, so Dane Gagai comes into the centres with Val Holmes onto the wing. Dragon Jaden Sewer has been dropped with Kurt Capewell named to start in the second row, and Kalen Ponga coming onto the bench. So Ponga joins a bench of Harry Grant, Felice Kafusi, and Mo Fodawaker.
Yep.
Reid Marnie is on standby for Harry Grant, who has a sternum issue. And Trent Liero and Brendan Piakura are in the squad.
Yeah, Harry, you think Harry will play. It's a sternum injury, which can be bad because there's not much blood flow down there. So sometimes they take ages to heal.
Maybe he needs a semen.
Maybe he does. He might ring Erin Mullins, see if she's got any spare. Yeah, interesting. Dane Gagai. I mean, we know what Dane Gagai is like in Origin.
Yeah.
He won Man of the Series on the wing. But I would expect our left side, which is the hot hand at the moment.
Yeah.
That's where our focus will be in our attack. So they're going to
So
go
Bradman up against his teammate
Gagai
Dane Gagai
and Valdust on the wing. Now the thing with having Valdust on the wing, he hasn't played wing for a long time, and there could be a little bit of joy down that side. So I would expect Angus Crichton and Bradman Best to be steaming into holes inside and out of Dane Gagai. No, not that hole, tourist. Get your mind out of the gutter. You dirtbag.
Oh, I just wish it was Latrell that was steaming into said holes. Dane Gagai has had 12 tries in 22 Origins. Had 2 tries on the weekend, 22 runs and 158 metres.
He's playing good.
He's playing good.
He's playing really good. But
what about Ponga?
Yes.
1 game straight in, number 17.
You got to have him in there.
Yep.
You got to have him in there. Like, he was a bit rusty yesterday. He had some good touches.
Yeah, still looked dangerous.
He had a few errors, yeah. But imagine him coming, and he could come in the middle.
Yeah.
He could play in the centres.
Yeah.
I know he made his debut at lock, but
fully fit and firing, do you still think he's better than Reece Walsh, or would you have Reece as your fullback?
I'd have Reece as my fullback. You see the try he scored against the Panthers the other
crazy.
night?
He looked back in
He had no
top
help.
form.
As soon as Jock Madden went down, and we'll talk about that later, he did everything. He had to do all the kicking. He had to do all the organising. But you just let that kid run. If he has, and that's what the danger is for us. I thought he was really good against the Penrith on Friday night. So it'll be a different Reece Walsh up there.
All right, Michael Maguire has continued the banter today. Here's what he had to say when asked about the Maroons and Billy Slater brushing their fans.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's probably the path they've gone. But I think probably what I have learnt in this role, that the Origin team it's really about the people. It's the people's team. I've definitely felt that in the enormity of the role, and everywhere you go around New South Wales, the support that you get from the fans and the people, the passion that they have behind this team is quite incredible. And obviously, being in this role, you do feel that. So yeah, I sort of see the team as part of the people's team.
Oh, is that just a slight whack?
Yeah, absolutely.
To William?
So we had our catch cry in game 2, it was Glass Houses.
Mm.
Now I've got the people's team.
So what's happened, I'm not fully across the Queensland team.
Yeah,
fans.
good question.
What they're allowing, it's not an open session. So, okay, so you might have to come in, Brooks. I'm saying, so there's no, maybe it's got to do with the media. Because occasionally you have an open media day.
Yeah.
But maybe they're only letting in certain, here he is, Nathan Brooks, off the bench.
Doing less media for the Decider, gents. So they did a big gathering around Toowoomba last Origin. About 6,000 people turned up. So now they're concentrating just this week. Yeah, the People's Team of the North aren't doing much media and community stuff.
Like
okay.
so
they have previously.
Are they based out of Toowoomba the same as we're based out of the Blue Mountains?
No, that was just a one-off sort of let's get out to
So where are they
Toowoomba.
based?
I'm not too sure, Missile, with these weird questions. But yeah, no.
You know
Well, the
what
Blue
I'll do?
Mountains has been a big talking point.
The Blues Mountains, yes.
Okay, do we think, and I can see this, do you think there might be a late change before kickoff? Mitch Barnett starting, Jake Trbojevic on the bench. Can you see that
I'd
happening?
like that.
Because it's going to be an ambush.
Yeah.
It's going to be an ambush from the Queensland side.
He's a psychopath.
Their forward,
Mitch Barnett.
any what?
Yeah.
Their forward pack was embarrassed by us in game 2. So they would be playing all those videos. I just think we need to counteract that with, or Spencer. We just start Spencer.
Oh, Spencer. I love Spencer.
He's off his head. He was off his head yesterday. See him G'ing up the crowd?
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Does he think yeah. What does he do to get himself into a fever pitch, do you think? Or is that comes
I think that's
naturally?
Yeah, I think that just comes from.
Wowee.
Where he's a Mount Druitt boy, isn't he?
I believe so. All right, Billy's responded to the claims that the Maroons have been brushing their fans.
Yeah, look, I think you guys know, the access to our players. We don't get our full squad together until mid-afternoon today. They've got some commercial arrangements, with the QRL that they need to fulfil, and we've got to get some footy stuff done. So, you'll have access to the players, to the majority of the players throughout the 10-day camp. And, we saw out at Toowoomba with, 8,000 people, turning up, and, what we give to the people of Queensland, the access we give to our players. You guys see that. We do everything possible to, get the voices of our players out to, the people watching our games. So, I don't think you read into it too much. I think it's a little bit unfair.
Billy sounded in slightly better spirits, to be honest. There.
Yeah, I think he's had a good break.
Yeah,
he's gone up to movie world.
I hope regardless of what happens this series, I hope Billy hangs up the coach's whistle after this one and just goes full-time media, because he's my favourite pundit. Analyst, yeah. He's my favourite, the most articulate. But then when he does the Queensland coaching job, I can't like him as much. I want to go back to loving Billy.
Yeah, we all love Billy. Anyway, let's take a quick break. And on the other side, Shawnee, the coal mine.